Hello my dear students, welcome back to our class. You have already seen the video that I sent you. So name of this chapter is Separation of Substances. Before going through this chapter, you must know what do we separate. So my dear students, most of the thing which we use in our day-to-day life are mixtures. So now what is the meaning of mixture? A mixture is made up of two or more pure substances. For example, a cup of tea is a mixture of several components such as water, tea leaf extract, sugar, milk, etc. Next, milk is also a mixture of cream in a watery liquid. Number 3, seawater is a mixture of water, common salt and various other salt dissolved. So now you can understand, in everyday life whatever we use, most of things are mixture. A mixture can be a solid, liquid or gas. For example, soil is a solid mixture, milk is a liquid mixture, whereas air is a gaseous mixture. In some cases, we can easily see the difference present in a mixture. For example, the pulses bought from the market is a kind of mixture which contain tiny pieces of stone, etc. We can see the grains of pulses and the pieces of stone easily. In most of the cases, however, we cannot see the different substances or components present in a mixture. For example, seawater is a mixture in which we cannot see the various salts which are dissolved in it. Dear students, before going to the types of the separation, we must know the reason for separating mixture into their components. Why do we separate things? Why it is necessary? We must know the need for separation of a mixture. So there are several reasons due to which we separate the mixture into their component. For example, the first reason is to remove an undesirable components. In a mixture, sometimes some undesirable material also present along with the desirable material. So it is very important to remove them. For example, when we make a cup of tea by boiling tea leaf in water and then adding sugar and milk, after the tea has been made, we remove or separate the used tea leaf from it before drinking it. Yes or no? Used tea leaves are an undesirable component of a mixture called tea. These are separated by using a filter called tea strainer. You have seen used by your parents, right? From this example, we conclude that one of the reasons for separating a mixture is to remove an undesirable component from it. So the next one is to remove a harmful components. Most of time, with some edible things, some harmful material also present. For example, arahar dal grows along with khesari dal. But khesari dal can cause paralysis if it consumed for a long term. Similarly, sometimes mustard oil may contain argemone oil. The argemone oil can cause nervous disorder. This is why we should separate them. So these are harmful components that can harm our body. Got it? The third reason is to obtain the pure sample of the substance. For example, the mixture of seawater, mixture of salt in seawater with along with the other minerals. So by desalination method, we extract salt from seawater. Next one is to obtain useful component like peeling of vegetable or peeling of fruits. To get the useful component, we peel or we remove the outer covering of fruits or vegetables. So these are the several reasons why we separate things into their components. Now in this lesson we are going to discuss about various methods of separation. So first one is hand picking. Hand picking means to take out by hand. The method of hand picking is used to separate those mixtures where one of the component is in small quantity and it can be picked up easily by hands. The method of hand picking is usually used to separate undesirable substance such as small pieces of stone from wheat and rice and pulses. The food grains such as pulses, rice or wheat containing small pieces of stone are taken in a flat container like thali. The pieces of stone are picked up from the grain by hand, one by one and thrown away, as you can see in these pictures. Ultimately, all the stone pieces are removed and only food grains are left behind. So children, please note that the quantity of undesirable substance should be small in number or it should be less in number, then only this method is applicable. Otherwise, if undesirable metals are present in large number, you will not able to pick it up from the desirable one. The next method is trussing. The process used to separate grain from the stalk is called trussing. You must have seen paddy or wheat stalks lying in the field after harvesting. Like this, no? These stalks are dried in the sun before the grain is separated from them. So before separating the grain from the stalk, they are dried well. After drying the stalk, when a large number of grain attached to it, no, these grains cannot be separated by hand picking method because there are large number of food grains. We cannot pick them one by one as they are large in number and they are very small in size. So what they do, the farmer make small bundle of the stalk and then hit them against a hard wall of mud or hard substance. So like this you can see in this picture, no, this farmer hit them with a by making a small bundle. Alternately, the stalks are sprayed, or sometimes they use this method also. All this stalk will be sprayed on a ground and they use bullock and made them move in circle. Nowadays we have trusser machine by which we separate the stalk from the food grain. The earlier people used to use this two method. One is the beating method and another is the bullock method. But nowadays we have a threshing machine by which it is easily we can easily remove the food grains from the stalk. The next method is winnowing. This method is usually used by farmers to separate husk from grain. A farmer allows mixture of grain and husk to fall down from a height. Due to difference in their densities, the grain which is heavier fall down vertically and form a heap, while the husk being lighter is carried away by wind and form a separate heap at a small distance away from the grain. So this is how a farmer separates the food grain from the husk. Next one is sieving. This method is used to separate the components of mixture which are different in size. Of different size. For example, undesirable material are separated from grains by using a sieve, or we can call saloni. No? The size of hole of the sieve depends upon the size of the particle which are to be removed. For example, sieve used to separate used for sieving of wheat flour, they are very small, and sieve used for separating stones from the sand, they are little bit bigger than this sieve. So it depends on the size of the sieve and the hole of the sieve. The size of hole of the sieve depends upon the substance which you are going to separate. You must have noticed a larger sieve being used at construction site. The raw sand is sieved so as to remove it, straw or tiny pebble and stones. This sieved sand is used for cement plastered buildings. We know that the sieved sand, after sieving, that sand we call sieved sand, that is used to make cement plaster of building.